cities here in Malta. Not a bad place to be. Sorry, the sun's bright, no sunglasses. Absolutely stunning here. How you doing? Today I'm going to be talking about LDN. What is it? What does it do? And why is it helping us with fibromyalgia? Yes, that's Bletta in the background.
Hello everybody, how are you today? Okay, I've just got back from the 3 cities where, as you know, I was on the top of a very beautiful building. Took some great videos that I'll attach to this video, but I'll get straight to the point. Fibromyalgia and LDN. Should you take LDN? Should you try it? I've actually just been up on the roof the last 40 minutes recording this exact same thing that I'm trying to do now. Turned out that I must have double pressed the recorder on the phone because nothing recorded, and I sweated my balls off upstairs. The laptop overheated, both phones overheated, nothing recorded, and I'm really pissed off. But that's no real surprise. So, should you take LDN? Yes. Quite frankly. Technical errors over and over. God, I need a proper bloody phone. Right, anyway. Just to let you know, about 8 years ago I took LDN for the first time. Was very negative about it so that I didn't suffer from the placebo effect. I kept a 3-month diary, and I also had just over a 3-week diary that was sent to my doctors at the time. But what is LDN? I'll start with that first. At the time, I found a website that said there's about 250 conditions that LDN can help with, but I've not been able to find that again now, I'm afraid. LDN, what is it? Low dose naltrexone. There is something that I've copied and pasted below that I'll read to you to explain what it is, but here's some of the conditions that it can help with. Reduce pain and inflammation in many conditions. That's true. Treats fibromyalgia symptoms. Definitely. Reduces pain and swelling in rheumatoid arthritis. Can help with CRPS symptoms. No idea, I'm afraid. Helps with pain in transverse myelitis. Effectively treats irritable bowel syndrome. Effectively treats inflammatory bowel disease. Blocks activation of microglia. No idea. If you have that, I'm sorry, but I don't know what it is. Can't say it. There you go. Fights cancer. That's a very 2 words. It's a very broad statement. When I was doing the research for LDN, I actually came across a LDN and cancer forum. Was spent many nights on there because at the time my mum was suffering with cancer at the time, and there's some cases where it hasn't worked, but there are many cases where it's helped a lot, not only with actually fighting cancer but also helping with the side effects of the treatments of cancer, and that can be the biggest battle. Helps with degenerative brain disorders and Alzheimer's disease, alleviates symptoms of Parkinson's disease, may treat ALS and PLS. I don't like it when they put in these may, because you can put in may treat anything, can't you? Effectively treats patients with autism. Don't know. I never came across any comments on that with my searching. Improves PTSD symptoms. If you suffer from that, I'm sorry. As a side joke, that's what we suffer from when we come back from a doctor's appointment trying to discuss with them about fibromyalgia. Can improve mood and quality of life. You'll read or you'll understand why I'm a bit skeptical about that. quality of life definitely did change my life completely. Improves moods up and down due to me coming off certain medications. There you go. Decreases nausea in trauma patients, alleviates itchiness and maybe histamine intolerance, enhances maturation of bone marrow dendritic cells. Couldn't tell you. If you've got that, I'm sorry again, but you know what I'm talking about. I don't. Enhances. No, I just read that one. Can help patients struggling with drug problems, which is what it was originally designed for in its full dose. Can help treat opioid withdrawal and detox patients. Reduces craving and drug response in heavy drinking and smokers. Can help prevent cocaine relapses. Is effective in treating HIV/AIDS. Alleviate symptoms in multiple sclerosis, and many more. Low-dose naltrexone is a drug that can help an array of cancers, central nervous system disorders, autoimmune diseases, and a variety of other issues. Originally, naltrexone was prescribed and FDA approved in much higher doses, 50 milligrams to 300 milligrams to treat drug and alcohol addiction. That was its original form. Then they realised that lower doses, only 1.5 milligrams to 4.5 milligrams, had so many other helpful effects on various other illnesses. How does LDN work? LDN works by blocking the opiate growth factor and opiate growth factor receptor pathway in your body, which in turn helps to boost your body's immune system and natural defences. My camera selfie stick is right in between where I'm trying to read. By blocking this pathway temporarily, the body then tries to compensate by producing more beta endorphin and enkephalin, your body's natural opioids. Many body tissues have receptors and for these endorphins and enkephalins. I couldn't be a doctor, including every cell of the body's immune system. You've done your internet searches, you've read a lot about what it is. Let me quickly jump to my LDN progress that I did on the doctor's version after 3 weeks. Started on Friday the 19th of April at 1.5 milligrams of LDN in the morning. And 5 days later, Tuesday the 23rd, did a few hours physical work in the morning and early afternoon, came home and usually would need to sleep. However, on this occasion, my sons came home, I made dinner, tidied up, did homework, worked on the computer for 3 hours. You got to remember this is in the evening, writing emails, sending sales reports and working on animations. 8 o'clock in the evening, I was still not mentally tired. 5 days after starting at 1.5 milligrams, I had started to get some effects of the LDN. No reduced pain from the LDN, but you'll see as I read on. Right, Wednesday, 24th, fibro pain, so 6 days later, slightly reduced. Please remember that when I started LDN, I had to effectively stop all of the antidepressants, and I think it was Zoloft I was on, and... Excuse me a moment. There we go. So I had to stop the antidepressants. I had to stop the Solmac, because the Solmac is what helps with heartburn, because I was suffering from awful heartburn at that point. And the Voltaren, the sleeping tablets that I was on, I further down stopped taking them, but I'll get to that. Right, Thursday the 25th of April, 5, 6, 7th day. Didn't sleep very well last night. It was like my mind was racing. Jesus, was it. Woken up from a 6-year ice sleep. When I woke up, I was in a horrible mood, very angry and wanted to cry. Decided to go back to bed after delivering the kids to school. Woke up at 12 in the afternoon, got out of bed at 1, Usually I'd spend the day in the house relaxing. Instead I called a friend, and my wife and I suggested we went down to the caravan site and worked from 3 o'clock till 7:30, hard labour on the 7th day. Physically tired, but not so much mentally. Achy, obviously. Back pain a lot less. Hip pain annoying with sharp stabbing pains. Had that anyway. Other than the start of the day, it's been a good day. Note, usually by late afternoon, evening, I'm mentally wiped out. Not tonight. Feeling awake and alert. 1.5 milligrams, 7th day. The end of week summary I did there. Something's happening for sure. My mind feels like it's been freed from ice and it will not stop working. My body is for sure less achy. I remember at the time it felt like my mind had just like been given frickin' speed. It was just like it wouldn't stop. And that actually was a bad thing, because yes, the fibro fog had been significantly reduced, but I couldn't sleep. I tried to sleep and my mind was like, hey, yo, hello, should we not go and do something? Oh, there's that thing that we forgot about 3 years ago that I need to tell you about. My God, it's irritating. But I wasn't complaining at the time, trust me. Before taking LDN, I could do a couple of days hard work, but I would have been mentally wiped out and spend a minimum of 1 week in bed recovering. Now I've spent the last 5 days working down at the caravan site, moving, decking, caravans and hard work. I'm achy, but I would have been even without fibromyalgia. I've had trouble sleeping, but not because of the fibro, but because my mind is so awake. It will not shut up. Big letters. Other than yesterday, my mood has been steadily improving. I cannot say for sure the improvement is all down to do with the LDN, but very coincidental. Early signs are very, very good. So that was the first 7 days. Now let's move on to the second week. Now up to 3 milligrams in the morning. Slept okay last night. I did wake up in pain and feel that, I feel that usually I would try and find a reason to stay at home and relax, but not today. We went back down to the caravan site and moved the caravans, levelled it, put up the tent, come home, and because of this weekend's plans, I'm now relaxing. However, I'm not mentally tired like before around this time of day. It's 3:15 in the afternoon, all is good. My back pain is sore, but a lot less painful than it was. I'm still using cocodamol for the pain though. Note, I just realised I've been back and forth to the caravan for 6 days in a row. Sitting in the car is usually sore and tiring for me, however, I hadn't even thought about it. That shows improvement for sure. Saturday 27th, slept okay, woke up and got the kids together and went to the caravan, worked for a few hours, drove home again, repacked, came back down to the caravan and worked again up until 10 o'clock at night. Ninth day this is. General pain, but not so much fibro pain. Ate late at night, and around 12 o'clock at night I still was not mentally tired. Got to bed, watched shows until 1 and then slept. Day 10, Sunday the 28th. I was the first one of the 6 adults to wake up at 7:15 in the morning. Slept really well for the first time in 6 years. Got up feeling great and fresh. First time in 6 years. Started working straight away and writing this at 10:30, still feeling great. Note, hit a wall at around 3:30, totally wiped out. I have to say that it's not just me. My wife and my friend wiped out from this and last week. So the fact I've managed to do what I have is excellent. Slept from 4 in the afternoon till 5:30. Had quite bad back pain, so required cocodamol. 11th day, Monday the 29th. Woke up today feeling very sore and tired. Mentally okay though. As the morning continued, I began to feel emotionally down, getting lower and lower and more angry at everything. Every email I sent, SMS, telephone call, or conversation was causing me to get angry and wanting to cry. When my wife came home at 3:50, I took some cocodamol for the pain and I went to bed. I woke up and read a Facebook post and started to cry. Couldn't stop, very sad and emotional. For the next few hours I was still emotional. I write this at 10 at night and still feel emotional, but not so down now. I'm thinking to myself now, and for the first time in months, that I do not need painkillers. I am achy, but I think that's from the last week. We'll see in the morning if I still have pain. Note, mentally, other than the emotions, I've been able to write many emails and deal with a lot more things. A huge improvement from before starting with LDN. And a secondary note, I'm still taking Valium to sleep at night, 1 tablet. However, I am not waking up so much at night. Also, my fibro pain for sure is a lot less than it was. I am achy, but as explained before, that is because I'm doing a lot more. My wife and my friend were really achy as well, so there's no real surprise. Day 12, Tuesday the 30th, well, didn't take any painkillers. In fact, went the whole day today as well without any. I just had to take some at 7 at night, but that's over 24 hours without painkillers after 12 days of starting LDN. That's awesome. Slept until 9 and woke up in an okay mood, mentally good today, thinking clearly, not a lot of fibro pain, enjoying a deeper sleep and less pain with improved thinking. I for sure have more energy. Again, didn't sleep in the afternoon today. In fact, went out and worked on my car instead. Wow. Now I'm starting to believe LDN could be helping me. I cannot wait to see what happens with 4.5 milligrams. My mood has been much better today. Still a little angry, but not so down. And for sure, not as emotional. This phone has just closed down for some reason. Sorry about this. The reason why I'm taking a secondary recording is not to get these moody shots back and forth. Not at all. It's just for audio, because I've been having some problem with audio. Go. Note, I have not been writing the journal in the last few days, not because there's been no changes, but because I've either forgotten or been too busy. On Friday I increased to 4.5 milligrams, and now we jump to Saturday the 4th, so 5 days later. Had a good day today, working on the caravan and helping out a friend. Was able to play football with my sons, which was lovely. Saw afterwards. At around 6:30 at night, I had to drive back to Drummond, which is about 50 minutes each way, and back again. Arrived back at 8:30 at night. Now, this is a huge improvement. Not only was I still mentally alert enough to drive that late in the evening, but it was also after everything I'd done in the day. When I arrived back, I had dinner and we had some drinks in the evening. Yes, alcoholic. I was drinking alcohol at that time. And I went to bed at 1 o'clock at night. 1 o'clock at night. Pow. I did not take any sleeping tablets and did not require any cocodamol for the fibromyalgia pain. Day after, considering I went to bed at 1 in the morning after several whiskey drinks apparently, and I did not take a sleeping tablet, I slept straight through until 6:50 in the morning and I woke up fresh and alert. Awesome. 5 hours and 50 minutes sleeping, and I woke up feeling fresh and alert. Never would have happened without LDN. I suffer from awful hangovers, full stop, but the fact that I was able to get up at 6:50, 5 hours and 50 minutes later after drinking whiskey, and I was not, you know, some people say, yeah, you were still drunk, that's why. I wasn't, I was feeling fine. Some people do say that LDN helps with our hangovers, so if you suffer from bad hangovers, take LDN anyway. Spent the day tidying, putting up an awning, went for a walk, all while still alert and physically able after having alcohol the night before. Drove back to Drummond at around 5:40 in the afternoon. When I got home I was tired, but I did not sleep in the early evening as usual. Took only 2 cocodamol before bed, no sleeping tablets. Now, usually I would stay awake until 12 at night or until my sleeping tablets started working. However, this time when my wife turned off her light, I turned off the laptop and fell asleep at 10. Woke up fresh at 6:50 in the morning. This is totally amazing. I finally had a good solid night's sleep. LDN is totally working for me. Screen's just gone blank again. I'm not pressing the button again. Monday the 6th of May, 4.5 milligrams. Maybe I will just do it one more time. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is put on the voice recorder rather than messing with this. I don't need the moody shots yet. Panning back enough. Recording. Right, where was I? I woke up at 6:50 on Monday the 6th of May, almost like I had for the first time in 6 years a proper deep sleep. I am so totally amazed at LDN and how it has changed my life. I can sleep at night, function in the daytime, both mentally and physically, play with my children, help around the house, tidy, clean, think normally again. One thing that has not improved so much is the pain. It is for sure a lot less, but still there. However, if I consider that for the last 6 years I have been unhealthy and inactive, and now suddenly in the last 2 weeks on the go all of the time, then it would make sense that I would be in pain anyway. When you consider my wife and my friend are also suffering from all of the work we've been doing, then I think I need to relax a little bit about this. If I still need co-codamol once in a while, then it's better than, much better than taking 8 tablets a day for sure. Recently, or in the past few years, that's been up to 12 co-codamol a day, plus the 2 morphine patches. From I think last Thursday, Friday, over a 48-hour period, I had only had 3 co-codamol to potentially 16. So there's an improvement. Again, when you consider how active I've been as well. Note, something I forgot about, and I think it was because I was overwhelmed with the pain from my back and hip, is that since taking LDN, the tickling and prickling sensation on the left-hand side of my body has nearly gone. That's the type of pain sensation like toothache, constantly there and never letting me relax in the evening. I remember I was having to move my leg and my arm, and I was hitting my joints to get a different type of pain. Driving me nuts. I cannot believe that it has been reduced so much. It's like the biggest weight had been taken off my shoulders, my mind even. I could not get into words how horrible it was and now it's stopped. Woohoo! Summary. LDN, has it really helped? Question mark. So this was the summary for the doctors. Well, I have to say yes for sure. If I break down my life in certain areas, it will be easier to understand physically, mentally, sleeping, medicine intake, family life, and potential work again. So there we go. My info goes. Right, okay, here we go. Physically, as you can read from the journal above, my ability to function has been amazing. It's not that I don't have the fibro pain, it's that my mind just says get on with it, and my body agrees. I'm sure continuing with LDN will just improve my capabilities as I will become fitter and more subtle in certain areas. Mentally, well, as I've written before, I have my mind back, and this is still the case. I'm able to function all day without getting mentally tired, and more importantly, I'm actually waking up feeling that I've slept, which is the main problem with fibromyalgia. On occasions, I actually feel fresh, which is totally awesome. It also means that I'm able to do more here at home with the children and housework. Without doubt, LDN has improved my mental status in the respect of not being so depressed or down. There was one day when my emotions were all over the place, but that stopped after. Was because I had stopped taking the 25 milligrams of Zoloft when I did started taking the LDN, so it wasn't a real surprise. Sleeping, it's only been 2 nights without sleeping tablets, but I have to say that since taking LDN, I've been waking up fresher and in less pain. And the fact that for the last 2 nights I've taken 0 sleeping tablets for the future is looking awesome. Medicine intake stops Zoloft, stops Somac for the heartburn, stopped Valigan sleeping tablets, and reduced Paragon Forte from up to 8 a day to as little as 0 to 3. That fact speaks for itself. Family life, well, it's still in the early stages of taking LDN, but I have to say that things are improved. Yes, I'm awake and able, I can help out at home more, I can help out with daily life more, I can play with my children more, I can take some of the pressure off my wife, which is the most important thing for me. She's been the foundation of our lives for the last 6 years, and now she can finally relax. I'm back, baby. Smiley face. I feel like I have been reborn and been taken out of hibernation. I feel like I am now a valuable part of my family again, and that's a huge deal for me. With fibromyalgia, you feel worthless. I'm not anymore. Open bracket, tears in my eyes again. Guess my emotions are still not quite settled. Close brackets. To say I'm happy, ecstatic, overwhelmed, overjoyed is understatements. Potential to work again? Well, I have to say in the last 2 years I've been trying to get my own business up and running. Obviously it's not been easy. However, now my mind and body is back and I truly see the opportunity to work again. It's not just a dream. Fibromyalgia has destroyed my life, and emotionally, physically, mentally and financially. Now I have the chance to get it back. It's on, baby. There's a few other things that I've written down, and I'm going to copy and paste them. My wife also did a summary about it, and I will do that. One thing that I wanted to say, you're probably wondering why I didn't continue. It wasn't my own choice. After 3 months, I was getting LDN from the UK, from a doctor in Scotland. The doctor in Scotland had a prescription for me. My doctor in Norway had sent a prescription back. So it was all done legally. I was getting a month supply sent every month to me. And then suddenly 1 month, the post office, of all people, decided to hold the package, and they held it for 2 weeks. I sent copies of my prescriptions and letters from the doctors. After 2 weeks, I received it. I went straight back onto 4.5 milligrams and no effect. 2 weeks, nothing. So I left it for 2 weeks, then I reduced it down to 1.5 milligrams, just then build it up again slowly. Nothing. So I never got the effects back. So effectively, the post office fucked my life well and truly. And reading this again, this is the first time I've read it other than upstairs, when nothing worked. They took a lot from me. I could have had my life back. It's now been 8 years, so the reason why I haven't between then and now tried it again was A, I've got it in my mind it's not going to work, but B, just financially I can't afford to do it again. But after reading this and seeing the difference, I'm obviously going to have a lot of spare, maybe a big barrel full of the stuff, just in case the post office are being dicks again. But it is worth, I think I will try it again, because it transformed my life, completely transformed my life. My alarm's about to go off, so if it does, I apologise. So, should you try it? Yes, try it, definitely. It helps with so many things, so, and there's no side effects, so why not try it is more of the question. Give it a go. It is worth it, trust me. That is proof, if you ask me. Okay, take care of yourselves. See you later. Bye-bye.